Welcome back. I'll be showing you two methods on how to cook your delicious coconut moi moi. I'll be showing you how to make coconut moi moi. We are going to start from the scratch to make this coconut moi moi. So I'm going to be making my coconut milk myself because I want all the natural taste from homemade coconut milk. So I've cracked my coconut. I'm going to remove the shell of the coconut, cut the coconut into smaller pieces, wash it, then add it into the blender, add warm water and blend until smooth. For the first method, I'll be making use of coconut. So I'm going to make coconut milk. I'll be using the coconut milk to cook the moi moi. So when I'm done blending the coconut, I'm going to use a nutmeg bag to sieve to get the coconut milk. So I'm going to start by preparing the sauce for this moi moi. I'm using bell pepper and tatase. So I'm going to cut it, remove the seed, cut it into smaller pieces. I'll be making use of dry Cameroon pepper, scotch bonnet, onion. You can decide to customize it. I'm going to add everything into the blender and I will blend. When I'm done blending, into a preheated pan, I'm going to add a tablespoon of coconut oil. You know we are making coconut moi moi, so I would like to use coconut oil. So I'm going to pour in the blended ingredients and I'm going to allow it to fry. So while the pepper sauce is frying, I'm going to add curry powder, stock cube, mix it up together, leave it to fry. After frying for about 10 minutes or more, you can notice that the water has dried up. So I'm going to remove from the heat and allow it to cool. I have already peeled beans that I stored in the freezer. You can check out my video on how to preserve and wash your beans. So when the beans has defrosted, I will rinse it and add it into the blender. So for this method, I'm going to be using the coconut milk. So I'll pour the coconut milk, cover the blender and blend until smooth. So if you really want to get the taste and the smell of coconut, make sure that you're using coconut milk and coconut oil to make this moi moi. So after blending, I'm going to pour the blended beans into the pot. Then I'm going to rinse the blender with my coconut milk. If you don't have the coconut milk, you can add a little water. Then I'm going to be adding the fried pepper sauce. When you add the fried pepper sauce, make sure that you mix it properly to combine. So while trying to mix the pepper sauce, if you notice that you need more oil, you can add more coconut oil. So while mixing the moi moi, I'll start by adding my crayfish, white pepper powder, ginger powder, salt. You can also add your stock cube. So when I'm done adding the salt, I'll be adding fish. You can boil your fish or fry your fish. So this fish contains some oil, so I'm going to stir it to mix properly. So at this stage, when I'm done adding all the ingredients, you need to taste for salt and add if needed. So I'm going to be wrapping this with moi moi leaf. If you are wrapping the moi moi with moi moi leaf, make sure that you form a base under the. So you can decide to add some of the moi moi leaf under the pot. So when I'm done wrapping the moi moi, I'm going to place them into a pot. So I'm going to allow the moi moi to steam for about 2 or 3 minutes before I will gently add hot water, which I will use to cook the moi moi. So while cooking the moi moi, you need to be checking the moi moi to know when to add water. Then after about 45 minutes or 50 minutes, I will notice that the moi moi has cooked properly. I'm going to remove it and set aside. Finally, the coconut moi moi is ready. I can notice a little taste from the coconut milk and the coconut oil that I use. Then I'm going to show you a second method on how to do this coconut moi moi. So for the second method of doing this coconut moi moi, we are going to be using the coconut milk. We are adding the coconut milk. We are not extracting the milk or removing the chaff. We are blending everything together. So into the blender, I'll be adding my sliced coconuts, add the beans, add the onion, add the scotch bonnet and add water. Blend until smooth. We are going to be enjoying the high fiber content from the coconuts. So when I'm done blending, I'm going to pour the blended moi moi mixture into a bowl. So for this moi moi, I'll be making use of fish, canned fish. Feel free to add any fish of your choice. So I also add stock cube. So at this stage, I'll be adding the fried pepper sauce. So when I'm done adding the pepper sauce, I'm going to mix to combine. At this stage, you can start adding your crayfish, any other seasoning of your choice like salt. So when I'm done adding all the ingredients that I wanted to add, I'm going to mix properly, test for salt and add if needed. So when I'm done mixing, you can start dishing the moi moi. You can use oven method, you can steam it, you can use the moi moi leaf. Make sure that you cover it properly to avoid water entering. Then finally, the coconut moi moi is ready. I can tell you that this method, I like it more because it has more fiber content and little bit from the coconut. I hope that you try making your coconut moi moi and I would like to read your feedback. Thank you all for watching.